Of Digital Dots Live. Today we're going to be talking about how to build your YouTube channel and some of the essential things that you need to have on your YouTube channel to make sure that you get those all important views. So grab a coffee, I'll be right back. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Digital Dots Live, and we are celebrating in true pineapple order for my 900,000 views, which I am very, very grateful to all of you who have helped me achieve that, because without you, I would not have reached 900,000 views. So just want to give you a big shout out. You are my #1 fan. Let me just take that little screen off and I will get back to business. Where's my little screen? There, you are all my #1 fans, and I am your #1 fan for supporting me on my YouTube journey. Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Do let me know where you're joining me from and what's the weather like where you are, because here in the UK, it is a little bit cold, but we have had lots of snow up in the north part of the country. So do let me know where you're streaming in from. I can see that Melanie's joined me. Hello, Melanie. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, I think a lot of it is down to my viewers, but also I want to go through some of the steps that will help you to see exactly how you can get yours to do the same, which is awesome. So thanks very much for joining me. And we have Reese here, Birmingham. Snow yesterday. Oh, great. Well, we didn't get any in London, which was fortunate, but I did have lots of people up north, but a bit further north than Birmingham, that had like several feet, which is like crazy, crazy. But I suppose we are we are winter now, aren't we? We are hitting December the 1st tomorrow. So we are on the countdown to Crimbo tomorrow. So let's crack on with what we're doing. If any of you have any questions about how you can optimize your YouTube channel, whilst I go through these steps, then please do reach out to me. Drop a question in the comments. I will answer those. We'll hang around here for a little bit longer. So Mel said that it's chilly in the West Midlands. Oh, yeah, but you're up close to Birmingham as well, aren't you? So you're both in sort of fairly equal place along that sort of top bit. I know it was snowing in Liverpool because my daughter's up there at uni and she was saying how cold it was and how freezing that it is. And because I'm in London, I think it's a little bit warmer in the city, so it tends to not get as much snow. And when it does get snow, we have that lovely white fluffy stuff for a while, and then it goes all black by the roads, but we won't go there anyway. So let's crack on and look at how you can actually optimize your YouTube channel and how I've actually helped, like how I've done it over the last few years. So the first one has to be that you have to be consistent with your video creation. Now, most videos, most YouTubers post at least once a week, if not 2 or 3 times. But what you need to remember is that consistency is key. So if you can be consistent with at least 1 video upload a week, then you are going to get that continuity, and your fans who are looking for you are going to see that you are there active with them at least once a week. Now, I actually do a live stream once a week as well. So I try to do my live stream, which is on the same day and the same time now. I think I've just about cracked the time. We're going to be sticking to 3 p.m. GMT, which is it's not over, but it's late for those that are over in the Australasia side, like Tokyo and Malaysia and Australia. It's a little bit late in the evening. But if you're really, really keen on watching my stuff, you might stay up, maybe put your sleepy hat on and watch it whilst you're in bed. For those of us in the UK, it's like, mid-afternoon. And for those of you in the States, you're just getting up and you're probably sitting there with your slippers on and a cup of coffee and maybe even be working already. So consistency with your video creation. Now, one of the things with that, and I'm going to get to that a little bit later, is to look at your YouTube analytics to find out when your viewers are actually online as well. But we're going to drop down to that. So try to be consistent with your video creation. Try to upload at least once a week. And if you can do a live stream, at least try and do that once a week as well. Now, I know live streaming can be a little bit of a I don't want to go there at the moment, sort of thing. But it is, once you work out the techie bit behind it, and then work out what you want to say, then it works out that it's not too bad. But of course, you can just reach out to me and I can give you some pointers on that. And actually, the software that I'm using at the moment, which is Restream, has this really cool area along the left hand side which has got all the captions, and I use that as my map for my live stream. So before my live stream, I go in and I add all the things I want to talk about in there, and then I go through those pointers. So if you have any questions about video creation and live streaming, then drop them in the chat and I will get back to them as well. Now, another important area of your YouTube is I put work on your niche here, but basically it's like work within what it is that you're trying to share on your YouTube channel. So in other words, if you are, like, for example, my YouTube channel is about reducing the overwhelm related to the tech. So for example, if you're using Facebook, I'll show you how to create something in Facebook, like a swipe up link in your stories, or how to optimize your Facebook business page, or how to create a Facebook group. Those sorts of things are the niche inside my YouTube channel that I concentrate on. But I do that across Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And then what happens with that conversation on my YouTube channel is other things spiral out of it. Because you can be visible on YouTube, but if you're not taking people from YouTube into your growing your audience into your capture, then they get lost. So that's what I also talk about as well. So working on your niche is really cool. So actually, while we're talking about that, why don't you, if you're watching me now live, pop in what you do in the chat, and if you're watching the replay, just type in #replay and then add on what you would like your YouTube to represent. Now, the video content that you create for your YouTube, you should be sharing the same message across all of your channels as well. And that's why when we come down to it, when you start repurposing and sharing your videos from YouTube, that's really going to help the growth of your YouTube channel as well. So don't forget that. So do share with me what it is that you do and what you would like your YouTube channel to represent. Okay, so the third area that I think has really made a big difference to my views is actually trying different types of videos out. So I'm not talking about the content, I'm talking about the type of video that you upload. So YouTube introduced YouTube Shorts recently. Well, actually, I think it was at the beginning of the year. Not quite 100% sure. But I already did short videos on my YouTube channel. And if you look back last year and the year before, I was doing 60-second strategies around using social media on my YouTube channel, even before shorts were introduced. So actually using shorts or different lengths of video is really cool. So try out different lengths of video and see what the retainment level is on your YouTube channel. And we can go into that in a minute with the analytics. Upload videos. So in other words, shorts are short videos that are slightly longer than shorts, so over 60 seconds. The length of those videos will vary depending on what you're delivering. So one really good YouTuber said to me once, always create your video to be as long as it needs to be to deliver the content without boring or waffling. So in other words, if your video has to be 4 minutes long because that's how long it takes you to deliver the content, then that's fine. If your video takes you 20 minutes to go through and deliver the content, as long as you're keeping people engaged and the content is valid and you're not like going off on a tangent, then it's okay to have a 20-minute video as well. But you can check those things out. And of course, live streams are going to be a little bit longer. I tend to try and keep my live streams around half an hour to 45 minutes because, of course, we want people to watch the content as well. So I quite like to deliver my content first and have the questions at the end. So Reese said that he is an adult coach with ADHD and autism. Oh, okay, that's really good. That's a really niche area, actually. You could really talk about that on YouTube. And that's really, really something that you could consider. And then there is Melanie. I'm a soap maker making natural products. I encourage people to take time out for self-care and the products help. And I know that I'm working with you at the moment, Melanie, and we're looking at you helping other people start their own businesses at home as well. So your whole channel could be around working from home as a small, like as a business owner, and you can choose the playlist to match that. So that's super important as well. So just got Jeff Revealer here. Like Bon Jovi says, don't bore us, get to the chorus. Exactly. So get to the nitty gritty of the video, make sure that people are engaged, almost do content that makes them rewind and rewatch sometimes, because that's really good for the algorithm, but really just deliver that content and then go for it. So Melanie said, awesome. Okay, so that was we were talking about working on your niche with that. So, think about what you want to talk about on your YouTube channel, make a list, create some content beforehand, and then scope the content out. Try different types of formats so that you mix up your channel. Now, I know some people might say, if you've got a channel and it's always got like 20-minute videos on, why would you start uploading shorts? Because your viewers might not like those shorts. Yes, they might not like those shorts, but you can use short video to drive people to your longer videos. And if you're creating shorts on other platforms, in other words, Reels for Instagram or TikToks for TikTok, those short videos could actually drive people to your YouTube channel. So why not put them into YouTube search so that it drives them to your videos as well? This is probably the biggest thing that I have done to my videos that have made a difference to my views, and that is to optimize every single video on my channel with search engine optimization. So in other words, with keywords that really work and with tags that help the search. Now, there is a method to doing this, and I use TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy is a tool which you can use for free, and they do have some paid options, obviously. And what happens is it assigns itself to your YouTube channel, and then you can actually do your keyword research and your video title research and your description research even before the video goes up. So that doesn't, like some people go, what do you mean? You're flipping it on its head. Usually I record a video and I put my video up and then I just sort of like post it and go. That's what a lot of people do. And then they wonder why they're not getting a lot of views on their channel, that they're like, well, my video is not being seen. Nobody's looking at my video. What's going on? So what TubeBuddy helps you do is it helps you to recognize the keywords that are being used in search for that particular topic that you want to do your video on. So maybe that might be a other video that I could do around using TubeBuddy. But if you want to check TubeBuddy out, I do have some videos on my channel, so I will look after this live stream and pop those links underneath here as well. But if you do want to grow your channel, then having your keywords is really cool. And what I'll do in a moment is I will show you just the basics that you need to have in place in order for you to start seeing a little bit more viewership on your videos. And that would be that you need to have a title which has keywords in, and the title needs to be similar to what people search for. So in other words, I had my title here, do this if you want to build your YouTube channel. But what I'll probably do afterwards is say, follow these steps to build your YouTube channel. And then I will copy that title into my description. So therefore the keyword, which is like build and your YouTube channel, are showing in my title and in my description, and also in the tags that are along the side of the video. So it's a bit like if you're on Instagram and you do your picture, you do your description, then you add those hashtags. Keywords work the same way and tags work the same way on YouTube. So SEO is super important. I do have a link for you to go and check out YouTube, TubeBuddy as well. So I will get that up and I will share that for you as well. That will be in the description, I'm sure. But that, as I would say, has been the biggest thing that has really helped me to grow my viewership on my channel. So not just the single video, but also the actual viewership of my channel has come from me optimizing my videos for search. And search as in with YouTube, if somebody goes into Google and search, how do I do this? Then Google is going to pull the blogs, it's going to pull the articles, and it's going to pull the videos into the search so that you can see the actual video there in search. So they don't even have to go into YouTube to find your video. They're actually going to find it inside of the Google search. And I'll show you an example of that on one of my best performing videos as well. Just pop the TubeBuddy link into the chat. So if you want to check that out, then by all means do. Okay, so we've done be consistent with your video creation. We've done look at working on your niche and trying to stick to the same topic or the topics within the topic on your channel. We've looked at trying to upload different types of videos to your channel so that you mix it up and make it entertaining for your viewers. We've looked at one of the most important things, which is optimizing your videos for SEO, which is super, super important. Now, the fifth one would be to actually check your analytics, because in YouTube, they have the YouTube Studio, which is an awesome place to check out when people are looking at your videos, what time they're spending on your videos, how long they're spending on your videos, where they're coming from. So they might be in America, they might be the rest of the world, they might be in London. You know, you can actually see where the people are from when they come to your channel, which is super awesome as well, because that really helps you, especially when you're uploading, say, one video a week. You want to upload that video when the most of your viewers and subscribers are going to be on YouTube, so that they can actually see that notice. And also, when you are looking at your analytics, you can actually schedule your videos to go up at that time. So if, for instance, it's in the middle of the night is the most popular time, because maybe you've got an audience that's not where you live, you can actually schedule that video, a bit like this live stream that I'm doing. I mean, I'm live streaming to, you know, LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube, but I had this scheduled on my YouTube channel since the beginning of the weekend, so people could actually see what was going on. So analytics are super important, and what we'll do is we'll dive into YouTube in a second, and I'll let you have a little look at the behind the scenes of my channel. Now, this is another thing that will really help your channel grow and the viewership, like the views of your channel, and that's repurposing. So pop in the chat if you've ever repurposed a video from YouTube. So in other words, if you've put a video up onto YouTube before, have you ever shared it outside of that platform? And if you're not using YouTube yet and you want to do YouTube, but maybe you're creating videos on Facebook, have you ever repurposed a video off of Facebook to another platform? Let me know in the chat if that's what you've done, because that's super, super important in the way that it will really help you to get more eyes on your content. So, for example, YouTube makes it really easy for you to repurpose your videos. You can actually share automatically to Twitter. You can share your video to Pinterest. You can share your video into Facebook, into LinkedIn, into your website, into your blog, into your emails. So there's lots of different ways that you can repurpose that one single video and share it across different places. So that's something that maybe you might want to think about. So if you've got a couple of videos on your YouTube channel already, why not give it a go and click that share button and have a go at sharing it? Another one is, which I think a lot of people do, is don't use YouTube as a video storage area. So I had a conversation with somebody yesterday about their YouTube channel, and when I did a little mini audit of their channel, I could only see 2 or 3 videos. And she said to me, "Oh, well, I've got them unlisted because I don't want I don't want them to be seen by anybody." And I was like, "Well, so what sort of content have you got them unlisted? You know, what videos are on there that you're sharing privately?" And well, she said, "Oh, I'm sharing it to my newsletter." And I was like, "Well, if you're sharing it to your newsletter and they're not paying you for that content, then why not share it to the rest of the world so that somebody else could see that content and might actually get in touch with you, and you might even get a lead or a new client from that content that you were sharing, but you've been keeping a secret?" So Melanie here says, "I repurposed from Facebook, IG Reels and LinkedIn." Yeah, absolutely. It's super important to repurpose, but also it saves you so much time. If you create one video, say like if you create a video for YouTube and you know you spent time recording it, you've had your tripod out, you've had your mobile phone out, and you know you've done a bit of editing, and you've got it how you want it, and you upload it onto YouTube, and then you don't put it anywhere else. Now, I know you can't share from YouTube into Instagram, but you can do it the other way. So you could like create a little short of the video that you've got on YouTube and put that into Instagram, and then take people from Instagram to your YouTube videos, especially now that Instagram have introduced that link sticker. You can talk about your YouTube video in your Instagram stories, put a little link sticker in and send them to your whole video. That's a game changer, isn't it? That's like a great way of getting people who wouldn't normally look at your YouTube videos, but you're taking them from Instagram to YouTube. That's a pineapple moment. That's when you're sharing that pineapple essence. You know, that's a pineapple moment right there. You see? That's exactly it. That's like you're splashing your information all over the internet from one thing. That's a savvy move. So well done for doing that. That's really, really cool. So that's definitely a pineapple move. I'm going to leave my pineapples up there for a little while. So don't use YouTube as a video storage area. Use it as a search engine. As a search engine. If you were wanting to, let's say, know the recipe for pancakes, you would probably go into Google and write recipe for pancakes. And what you'll get in that search is a number of things. So let's do it now. Let's have a little look at Google and see what we can see inside of anywhere. So let me go here. This is my YouTube channel. So let's bring that up. Okay, so this is my Instagram. So let me get that window up, and let me make it a bit bigger, this one. Yeah, okay, I'm down the bottom. So let me find my other screen. So let's go to Google. Okay, let me just make it a little bit smaller so I can see what everyone's doing. Okay, so you can see my screen there, which is perfect. So let me move it there, then I can see it as well. Okay, so ask me to put something in the chat and I will look it up. But let's just say, okay, let's say Christmas cake ingredients. Okay, so let's just do a search. So I'm in Google at the moment, and look what's coming up. So the first thing that's coming up are these recipes. Okay, then we scroll down, and what will happen is that there'll be lots of different recipes come up, and then there'll be video searches in there as well. So that all of these are really good recipes. And what will happen is that you'll get videos here as well. So you can look at videos and you can actually see all these videos that come along. Now, if I were to put all, and I were to do one of my good videos, which is the Facebook swipe up link, and I put that in, my video is the first one that comes up. Now, I know that it would do that because I know that I've been using, you know, that's one of my best performing videos. But what I want to point out to you is that when you look at this sort of thing, it's in the all tab. So it's not in the video tab, it's in the all tab. So my video has come up first. The 2 key moments in the video have come up first. And then there's other videos that have come up. And then there's written stuff. So some of the big companies like later.com, medium.com, Pinterest, thestar.com, all those sorts of other platforms that promote the same thing come up. But YouTube and Google have worked together and they've pulled these videos together and they've pulled them across. How cool is that? That's so cool, isn't it? So that's the sort of thing that we want YouTube to be working. So if I was to put up here soap making, there's some ads, then there's some written work, and then there's some videos. So the idea of using YouTube as a search engine is that you want your videos to show up in the first page of Google, which will then take those people to your channel, and that's how you're going to get up. So if you use your YouTube channel as a video storage area and you don't make those videos public, then Google aren't going to see your videos, are they? They're not going to see them, and you're going to possibly miss out on some really potential customers and really potential clients, because if you've had your videos unlisted on YouTube and you're giving that information away for free in a newsletter or in a Facebook group, then why not make them public so that everybody can find them? As long as you've got your foundation set up properly and your digital dots are connected, then that's going to work. And that brings me to number 8, which is optimize your channel. So you can optimize your channel so that it works as a search engine and a lead generator. So in other words, you want your channel to generate leads for you. And those leads, you want them to build up as your audience. And that audience will help you to grow your business. So you can actually have call to actions on your channel, you can have links on your channel, and you can have downloads on your channel that will grow your audience. All of that is created from optimizing your channel and also having your videos as public. I'm just going to have a little drink. So let me know in the chat if you have been using your channel as a video storage channel and whether you've actually looked at your channel recently. Have you optimized your channel? The best way to look at that is go to your channel and look at the About section. Have you got stuff in your About section? Let me go and have a little look for me. Oh, thirsty. I'm doing lots of talking today. So optimizing your channel is super, super important. If you don't know what to optimize, then I do have a YouTube audit, which I will do for you. It's $197, but you will get a 10-step action plan and a 45-minute one-to-one session with me where we'll go through those changes that need to be implemented so that you have an action plan ready to go away with. And if you want to do that on your own after that call, you can. And if you don't want to do it on your own and you want me to help you, then there are different ways that I can help you. Number 1, you could join my YouTube course, or number 2, we can work one-to-one. But just if you don't know how to optimize your channel, or you don't know what you're looking for when you're optimizing your channel, then that is something that, I'm offering at the moment. So do let me know in the chat if you want me to send you a link to that. I will definitely send you the link to that. It's $197, so it's easy for everybody to do. And then I think the most important aspect of your YouTube channel is actually to speak to your audience. So this goes back to the way you create your videos and the way that you talk to people online. So, for example, if I had these 9 sections that I've got on my script for my channel, and I just came in and went, I'm going to talk to you about how to build your YouTube channel. Number 1 is da-da-da. Number 2 is da-da-da. Number 3 is da-da-da. Okay, thanks a lot. And you can reach me here. YouTube is really good at interacting, engaging. And what you want to encourage your viewers to do is to ask questions, leave comments, like your video, share your video, subscribe to your channel. All those sorts of things you can talk about whilst you're actually delivering that video. Now, I'm not talking about live streaming as well. I'm talking about if you create a video from scratch. So I've got a video coming out on how to get the clickable link in your Instagram sticker stories to work on your Facebook story. So in other words, if you put a clickable sticker in your Instagram stories, you can actually make it work on your Facebook business page stories. The two of them can work together. So I'm going to be doing a video on that. So when I do that video, I'm not just going to go, right, this is how you do it. I'm going to talk about why I want to share it. Why will it help my audience to, what's the reason behind the video in the first place? Why do you think the audience would enjoy watching your video? What are the audience going to get out of your video? What are they going to get? What's their gain? What's their win? Because when you do a video, you'd really like somebody to go away from your video with a win. Like today's video, for instance, I've given you 9 tips that will help you to grow your YouTube channel. So yes, I spoke about my views at the beginning of the journey, at the beginning of this video, the fact that I've got 900,000 views, and I'm very, very proud of it. So I've said it again. But the reason I'm doing this video is to help you guys all get to 900,000 views on your YouTube channel as well. And I'm sharing the ways that I've done, like the ways I've gone about getting those views so that I'm helping you. So your win today would be to open your YouTube channel up, watch my video again and go through the steps and see whether you can do it yourself or whether you might want to have a bit more help from me. And that's the win that you're going to get, that you're going to get all those super important aspects. So speak to your audience is super important. Ask them to engage with you. Ask them to leave comments. Ask them to leave questions. If your audience leaves you questions, they're actually giving you content for your next video. So if people actually ask you questions on your video, that's super, super great. But you can also use those comments and those questions from the other viewers to create more content on your channel, because you know that's the content that they're interested in. So that's why speaking to your audience, I would say, is the most important aspect of it all. Explaining to them what the video is about, explaining to them what they're going to win from doing the video, what are their takeaways, what are they going to get from it, and also, giving them the opportunity to leave a comment, leave a question, and things like that. Okay, so just to recap before I jump into YouTube and show you around. Number 1, be consistent with your video creation. I'm going to put my little pineapples on for this one, because this is how you splash your pineapple essence across the world. So number 1, be consistent with your video creation. Number 2, work on your niche. So work on what it is that you're delivering, who you want to deliver it to. So know your audience, because you might know what you want to deliver, but if you're not talking to the right audience, then you won't be delivering it to anybody. So know your audience. Try out different formats of videos. So do experiment. If you're in the early doors of your video journey, in other words, if you're quite new to creating video for your channel or any other platform, then experiment with your videos. Do some videos where you're showing people how to do things. Do some videos where you're doing short videos compared to long videos. Have a go at live streaming. Do some videos where you're not on the camera. So just do some like looking down at the products that you're doing, or looking at the service, or show them a walkthrough or something that you've got. Number 4 is optimize every video for SEO. So that's the title, the keywords, the tags, the description. Make sure that the video's description and title lead people to the video. And you can do that using TubeBuddy. Check your analytics. So this is super important. Always look at your analytics. I'm like hiding into my pineapples. Always look at your analytics to make sure that, things are working. And if they're not working, you can tweak them a little bit by changing the keywords or changing the tags, things like that. Repurpose, repurpose, repurpose. Repurpose everything. Just repurpose. Share it. Share the same video every 2 weeks to Twitter, or share the same video with a different caption to Facebook, or go into LinkedIn and talk about the video and direct people to the video and tell them why you're doing that. All those sorts of things really, really help. Don't use YouTube as a video storage area. YouTube is the biggest, bestest search engine in the whole wide world. So why not let it work for you? If you've got content, share it. People will pay for you. They'll watch your content for free, but what will happen is that they won't be able to join the dots. What we share on our YouTube channels and all across will help people get over that initial hurdle. But what you're doing is you are influencing them with how good you are at what you do. You're offering value and you're giving them value. And in return, if they want help, they'll come and work with you. So always use your videos, if you can, make them public. If you don't want to have a video for public, then use a different storage area, such as Dropbox or Vimeo or Google Drive, because that way it doesn't matter if it's not seen by the search engine, because that's private. Optimize your channel with call to actions, links, and downloads. Make sure that when people come to you on your YouTube channel, they know where to find you when they come off your YouTube channel, so that they can work with you further. And most importantly of all, make sure you speak to your audience. Don't just go on there and not think that anyone's going to watch your video, because your video will be watched, if you're doing a live, by some people live, and the majority of people on the replay. Okay, so I promised that I would show you a little bit inside of YouTube. So we've got a couple more minutes. So if you've got any questions about all those things that I've just spoken to you about, please don't be shy. I love to bring your comments up on the screen and make you part of the conversation as well. So do ask me any questions you want to, and I will definitely bring that question up and talk about it. So now that I've delivered most of the information. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to jump into my YouTube channel briefly, and I'm going to show you how to my YouTube channel. I should go up the top, where to find all these things that I've just spoken to you about. Have a little drink of water. Oh, and learn from other people. I'm not a big influencer by a long way, so I actually learn from other people as well. Okay, so let's go to my channel. So here's my channel. Now I use TubeBuddy, like I said, so that's what this little icon is up here. And what happens with this is it allows me to look at certain aspects of my video. So I can actually do keyword research before my video goes up. So I can actually look at which keywords will help my videos rank higher. It also helps us look at your thumbnails. So it looks at your artwork in relation to what other people have done. And that's really good as well. There is a thumbnail generator in there. It gives you like a health report. So depending on what level you're on, you can do all sorts of different things with TubeBuddy. So that's just something that, you know, I use quite a lot to help me optimize my channel. Now, when you optimize your channel, what you need to be doing is a number of things. Have a header at the top, which shows your audience what you're all about. You can have a video here that welcomes non-subscribers so that you tell them what your video is about as well. What you need to do on here is make sure that you have your links and your call to action. So these links here, these actually go to places. If I click my Facebook button, it will actually open up my Facebook group, and so on and so on. So that's something that you need to look at. I might change that to my video marketing one, or I might put both of them up there, because I have a video marketing one and a business growth one. So I might put both of those up there. If you've got your videos, make sure that you put them into playlists so that they're in groups, because when people watch your playlists, they consume your content all in one go. If somebody watches my Digital Dots Live videos, you'll see that there's 6 videos in there. So if they click it, what's going to happen is that along the right-hand side, under here, I get there, hang on, the rest of the videos are here. So it's easy for people to consume all of the content in one magical go. So instead of having to look elsewhere, they just come into there and they can get everything already done, which is awesome. Another thing is if you are eligible for community, you can have community tab. That's where I actually are able to put posts up, and I actually post things to my community. So you can do that as well. The about section is probably the one thing that you need to look at. Make sure that you've got something in here that takes people to where you want them to go to, and also the links are all updated in there. I want to just quickly go into the analytics so you can see some of the basic analytics. For that, you need to go into your YouTube studio. So in your YouTube studio, what you do is you go into your studio and you go over to the analytics tag over here. And then you get a general overview of what's happening with your channel. So as you can see, I had 17,000 views this month, 552 watch hours. But what I want to show you is the most important bit, which is down here, is audience. With the audience, this is the bit that will help you with your uploads. So you can actually see when your viewers are on YouTube. So as you can see, Tuesday at 3 p.m. is when most of my viewers are on, which is why I've worked out that that's the best time for me to do my live streams. I could do it on a Thursday, and I could also do it on a Friday, but Tuesday works best for me. I usually upload my upload video on a Friday or a Thursday. These are the 2 days that I generally upload my videos to YouTube. So that makes it so that when I do get a new video come up, that works. So just a reminder, you go into your analytics, you go to your audience, and you scroll down, and it will tell you when your viewers are online. Okay, perfect. So I hope that was really, really helpful for you all on how to work towards getting more views on your YouTube channel, because obviously I haven't done this overnight. these things do take a little bit of time to generate. So if you do want to generate views on your YouTube channel, then you just need to be consistent with your video uploads. Make sure that you have your SEO sorted and that your niche, you're talking to your audience and you know that you're talking to your audience and what you're talking to them about. And that is, pretty much what you should be doing. Okay, so Melanie said, thank you very much. Perfect, no worries. That's perfectly okay. I know you did my YouTube course and we're just about to start putting some of your shorts from Instagram over to YouTube, which will make a big difference to your channel. So I'm hoping that that will help you a lot. So thank you so much, everybody else, for joining me today. If you're watching the replay of this video, then please pop replay in the chat and ask me any questions you wish on how you can grow your YouTube channel. And join me next week for another edition of Digital Dots Live. I'll be back at 3 p.m. GMT next Tuesday, and watch out for my new video upload, which goes into my YouTube channel this Friday. So I will see you all soon. Thank you all so much for your contribution to the conversation. And thank you very much, Reese, for joining me as well. And I noticed you jumped into my YouTube group on Facebook as well. So welcome to that. Okay, I will see you all soon. Bye for now.